Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to Dragon Campion's Friendly Realm. Today, on episode 58, we are going to be doing some cool stuff today. You see that poor and horribly done excuse for a house right there across the hill? Well, we're going to be doing house renovations today, but first, we must invite somebody to the campground where they'll be today. And today, I am adding Sapphire Q. They're a VTuber, and they're basically a little bit of a content creator that tries to make everybody's day happy and bright. And one of the things that I noticed they do a lot in their streams is they have a question of the day. So my question of the day is, who is your favorite Minecraft content creator? It can be a big one here on YouTube. It could be a small one. Or one on any other platform. I don't care. It may be me. It may not be. But I want to know your favorite Minecraft content creator. Now, before we do any renovations, we have to go back to the house and open the day's chest of materials. So we've got some cobble. It's pretty, self-explanatory. We're going to use a bunch of cobblestone. Why are we using cobblestone? Because I was going to use deep slate, and then I realized I probably don't have enough for everything I want to do. So, that is what we're going to end up doing today. We're just going to be focusing on those things that I normally wouldn't have time for. Now, one of the things that I am going to do, on the other hand, my axe is going to hate me. And we are not going to be giving the axe a rest this episode. So one of the first ideas that I'm going to plan to do is, you see the bottom lining here of the house. We are changing this to cobblestone. Now, the store I will figure out what to do with, but the very bottom row, we are going to be adding and changing out for cobblestone. Yep, you heard me right. We're changing all of this wood down here for cobblestone. And I think it's going to definitely improve the look and bring more especially well needed blocks to break up our slab of wood. Now, I'll be honest, we're kind of just going for the flow here, but I did get some ideas from Stampy, who is my favorite Minecraft content creator. He has been ever since I really started the channel and such. Now, one thing I'm going to end up noting, that I should have already have noticed, is that I had a painting there. Why? Because I wanted to do something similar to Stampy. However, I'm basically going to end up extending off of this and kind of make, I wouldn't say more like a crazy creation off of it, but we're basically going to add more and more to the house. I'm going to go pick up that painting before it despawns, because with my luck, it is going to despawn. I'm going to go half the episode realizing I didn't snag the painting. So, yeah, this entire bottom row right here, we're completely turning this into cobblestone. And especially just for, the time being. What I typically do for things like this, and you're always seeing it starting to make a little bit of a difference is that I'm going to kind of this there. So if you've ever paid attention to Stampy's Lovely World, especially for the past couple of years, you might know that Lee had a room in Stampy's house, not too far from Stampy's bedroom, where it was through a painting. It was one of the most memorable things about the beginning of those episodes. So we're basically going to make something very, very similar here. Not as, extravagant, maybe, but it's definitely going to be worth the look that it is, for sure. And I want to make this room as kind of symmetrical as possible. We don't even need it to be that big of a room, if we're being honest. The entire floor, as much as I think it probably needs an upgrade, we're going to keep the floor as it is. And this is basically how the rest of the house is going to look. We're basically going to break up our wood block with some cobblestone. And it's not the most, pleasant thing to look at, but it's definitely better than just wood. And of course, we can always add to it and make it look better and better. But for now, this is just kind of what we're going with, to kind of spruce things up, to change things up, and everything of the sort. But recently, if you've been paying attention to Stampy's Lovely World, which, chances are you probably haven't, but, if you've paid attention, especially the last 2 episodes, you'll notice that Stampy's been making improvements and such to his house that he has had for years, ever since Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. Which, yes, that does tell me, how old the world and stuff is. I will quickly head to the bed real quick before we continue. And this is just where we are right now. It's looking good so far. It really is. It truly, truly is. I would just like to say it is looking significantly good. It's looking significantly better than I thought it was going to. Now, obviously, I can go and add on to it a little bit more. And that's literally what these next couple episodes will be. But as I was saying, he's taken a house that, has been the same way for years, and he's changing it. He's adding on to it. He's redesigning some things. We're basically going to do the same thing here, but we haven't even reached the 100 episode mark yet. So there wasn't really a true, reason to do it. But I just figured the house definitely needed a major upgrade. Just kind of threw something down. Now, obviously, right now, it works pretty well. This I could probably change out, but we can deal with that when we get there. And I'm already liking the look of it. It's breaking up everything significantly, and it's just making everything worth a while. So let's kind of stand back and look at the handiwork that we have done so far. It's so good. And the reason I usually use like stone or something, by the way, when on the bottom of builds, and I started this trend about a couple years ago. I don't know an exact number. I wouldn't be able to tell you. It was relatively recently in the span of things. I think it was like maybe 1, 2 different ones. Well, the idea for it was going to be that. Yeah, I definitely need to update this. Yeah, I definitely do. And if I switch that out for a door, where the door go? Where the door go? that works for now. Grab me the door. We don't need this. I'm going to put that right there. I know I shouldn't be interested in that, but come on, he's got a trident. But that, as you can see, I definitely did the renovations to the little amphitheater there that I said I was going to make. Which is, let's just say, it looks significantly better than it should really be looking. I definitely put time and effort into that, that's for sure. That was so much better. It's just like the same house that we used to. What I am going to want to do, and I keep jumping from a topic to topic here, but the cobblestone and the non-burnable stuff, that's if I do have like a fire or anything in the houses, then I can immediately, if it completely burns down a house or it burns down parts of a house, then I can go, okay, here's where I was going with it, and especially if I want to take the original shape, I've just given myself the tools necessary to replicate that entire shape. And I can always change out the materials, and if I want to change out the shape, then I always can. And later, but I've got some place to start. So this room back here, it's basically going to be an extension to, and kind of be more like a storage room, if that made any sense whatsoever. We're basically going to turn this into a storage room, basically, is what we're going to do. We're going to end up turning this into a storage room. So we're basically going to make this like the Stampy's storage room. If you don't know what that is, it's the big room in Stampy's house that he will pass through when he goes and collects a dog for the day, which I should have done today. I should have done that. Which kind of reminds me, remember the little guild hall I mentioned earlier? Since we be doing that to get like our quest of the day, or that's where I would put like our chest of materials, is what I'm gonna end up doing with that. So we have a reason to constantly go to our little guild hall that we will be making. Put our chest of materials there, and I'm going to have to remember, hey, everything's now to this point, and it's now, here and such. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the dirt. Maybe it's a terraforming project? I don't know, I'll have to think. Wandering trader, so that's perfectly fine. So this tiny little room here is meant to mainly as kind of like a room similar to Elf Lee's, and that's what we're going to do in the next couple of episodes. And I'm just going to kind of dig this out a little bit more, and then we are going to end the episode here for now, and house renovations have begun. I just don't want to keep this episode way too long, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want this entire episode just to be, renovations and such. I don't know. Because I definitely think it should just be more than that. But I think we're making the renovation that we need to. And of course, I suggest you guys watch Stampy if you guys want to see some of the ideas that I will be coming up with. Because I'm going to steal a couple of ideas from him and stuff from his old house and what he's done to, the house now. I'm going to steal definitely a bunch of ideas from him. And I'll steal some from Squishy as well. So I definitely go and check those too. I would definitely go check out Sapphire Q for just a fun little stream. If you need a cool, laid back streamer, then Sapphire is your person to go. I'm basically more of a Minecraft thing. Oh, speaking of, the Fairy Tale series has officially concluded, and I've done that mainly for two reasons. One main reason is that I didn't feel like continuing on the series, but another main one is Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest is going to be animated, and I figured it's a safer bet if I just stop the series now instead of when the anime airs, so that I don't run into any copyright troubles. So, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Also, for those of you that end up following the TikTok page, thank you so much. We are currently 523 followers over there, and I need some ideas on things to do for that, because that's the first time I've actually hit over 500. We've got a 525 or 523 dudes over there, and we haven't even hit 500 subscribers over here. So I didn't really think about it, but what I'm gonna do is plan out how I want the rest of this room to go. Start planning out the little guild hall and build our little staircase to it. Okay? And then we're going to, next episode, focus more on this room here, some of the roof, try to fix some of the roof, add details that we need, maybe add a window here, and then we're going to focus on storage room. I think you're all going to enjoy what I've got planned. But until then, till Monday, I will see you guys in the next episode. And I'll catch you guys in episode 59. But until then, I will see you guys in the next episode. And we will be adding a lot more features. If you have any ideas at all what we should be doing for the house, let me know. Other than that, I will be seeing you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.